Uh, Hi, my name is Brennan Yu. And my Healthyi project is on soil transmitted Helminth disease. So, just a quick overview on the disease. So, this disease is in the disease family NTDs, also called neglected tropical diseases. And these diseases are basically diseases that occur in like tropical and subtropical regions of the globe, such as Africa, like Brazil and Indonesia. And diseases in these areas, because the countries in these tropical regions are mostly poor and underdeveloped countries, these diseases cause like tremendous like economic and social consequences and problems for rural and urban communities. And uh, these problems along with existing social and economic issues make it hard for governments, communities to control these diseases. But now on the disease itself. So STH is type of NTD that's spread by worms that live in the dirt. Um, and 2/5 of the world's population, or 1.5 billion people, are in regions that have disease according to the CDC. And how it spreads is basically these worms lay eggs in people's feces, and once people get in contact with the feces, they spread and can contact and make contact with the STH as well. And it's most common in places that are warm and wet, like really humid, and they don't have proper sanitation facilities. And the symptoms for the disease is that it typically varies by how much worms people have. For example, like if people have few worms, then they'll only experience mild symptoms, but people have a lot of worms in them, then they'll have problems with their intestines. Um, they'll like feel an overall weakness around them, and they'll have like severe symptoms. But now on how to prevent this disease specifically. So the World Health Organization drafted a resolution which calls for developing regions and rural communities to on specific guidelines on how to combat this disease. And they advise, like, for example, to for like students like women for reproductive age, that to clean their hands and like constantly like sanitize themselves to avoid like transmitting and contacting disease. They also provide education and resources to help combat the disease in rural communities. But the standard treatment for disease is that basically the World Health Organization suggests 400 milligrams of abendazole and 500 grams of mebendazole drugs. And these medicines are most effective because they're really cheap and easy to afford. It works well on everyone, and they've been used by millions of people with few to no problems. But a creative solution I came up with to combat this disease is basically utilizing RNA silencing, which basically is just DNA. It's just editing the DNA genome in these worms. And by doing that, it creates a highly non pregnant male skewed population, and that in turn reduces the amount of worm larvae that are reproduced, and greatly reduces the worm population. And basically, in turn, like most of the soil and regions in the um, tropical areas won't have larvae or worms in them, and people won't get disease. So this is my bibliography for all my slides, and um, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, please, and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Thank you.